any large or small film till it does not address a specific purpose, large or small. You cannot expect everything to be an entertainer only. And this is what makers are also expecting. That whatever I make, it has to be accepted.
Best, yeah.
It will not be accepted. Why should it be accepted? Specifically, of course, I am a huge fan of Shankar Nag. When that place came up, that film chamber had to demolish the studio because it was in that premises. So it just came up as an opportunity, and we could somehow luckily afford to manage to buy it, because it was a more of a emotional and sentimental connect that this is where Shankar ji has worked. I was shooting a campaign for Times of India and for Chandrika soaps, which is a very famous Kerala traditional brand. I was associated with Puneet Rajkumar at that time, because we used to use a lot of equipment from their production house also. When I got that chance in Bombay, though it was a very, very hectic life and time, still whenever I could get a chance, even in the night, I would go and he would sit with a copy and pen, and I still have those papers laminated because it's written by Pyarelal ji himself. So he would write the 5-note staff, and he would write the music, and he would teach how it is. Indian Music Lab was started with the idea that we produce originals in terms of music, and we picturize them in as good as a possible way that we can. With Javed Ali, I did a series called Music Room, in which we've explained 77 acoustic instruments. What are their sounds and how they have been used in which film songs.
Okay.
So that is 77 songs that I did with Javed only. I know where you're coming from or who you're referring to, that anybody who buys a camera is a cameraman, or anybody who has a smartphone is a reel maker and a filmmaker, and even brands and people are accepting that because it's a social media world. That will be there. It has always been there in a different form. What we sometimes forget is that there is a market for every kind of a production, if it is coming out in the market. Because if it was not, then you may have a particular view about a particular genre of films, or a particular language of films, or a particular type of productions. But there is a viewer for everything.
Yes.
Filmmaker a little more difficult to prove that. Now he has to prove more that he is a better filmmaker. Instead of crying about, oh, everybody is making reels, what do I have to think about? I have to deliver better. No, if this everybody is doing, then technology has changed for them. It has changed for me also. It has gone into AI. It has gone into stereoscopic 3D. It has gone into virtual reality. It has gone into headsets. So till I do not make that change, then I'll be competing and I'd probably be beaten by somebody who's a reel maker. This 3D is not the 3D that people immediately get an idea of.
Yes.
When you say 3D, people think that it's 3D titling or it's 3D modeling. We are very, very clearly referring to stereoscopic 3D. Brands are already shifting their advertising to 3D. Attract clients who are wearing these virtual headsets, and all the theaters are already 3D capable.
Yes.
Cost of production of a good song
is
equivalent to cost of production of a film now.
Yes.
That is the reason it's not used in OTTs, and that is again a strength which our producers should concentrate on.
Yes.
OTTs are not running behind music till date, till now.
Yeah. But
it does not mean that they will not run behind it.
Yes.
As of now, till there is time, let's make films which are good musicals. So what we should do is that before your content hits the public domain, your review pattern should be too selective and should be already over with people whose voices are already heard. Theatre, like Natak itself, is a very niche form like that, no?
Yes.
Once you make one place where only theatre happens, you don't get a play booking in Rang Shankara for years.
Yes.
You can't get it because people who are interested come and see that. Let's have a theatre where we watch only films which have never got a release. Yeah, so these are, in fact, Miss Earth is a very, very old IP of mine. It is a registered trademark applied in 1996, received in 1999.
Oh.
Yeah, since 1999 I am the owner of this
Yes,
particular pageant. Yeah.
Oh.
And we did it here, and not just here, we owned it in America also. In the US we registered there also. We the first users of this pageant there, and in India as well.